Hey guys, welcome to Digit.in, and what we have for you today is the review of the Sony HT-S20R soundbar. And without any further ado, let's jump right in. What you can see in front of you is a 55-inch television, and we have purposely kept the soundbar below that is just to give you an aesthetic appeal, an understanding of what it will look like. You get two satellite speakers and a subwoofer in the box, and like I said, for aesthetic reasons, we haven't kept the subwoofer on the table. The satellite speakers are meant to go at ear level where you are sitting, so if it's a sofa, you might want to wall mount it facing you for the best possible experience. Now, Sony is positioning the soundbar as one that is ideal for your 32 or 40-inch television, which is why it might look a little small under a 55-inch TV. So if you're someone that has a smaller television and is looking for a home theater solution, you might look at this one. Now, getting started with the build of this soundbar, has a nice curved design to the soundbar and the satellite speakers. It is quite minimalistic and will blend into most home theater setups or most home entertainment setups as you have it. In the soundbar, you have the center front left and front right channels, and as I said, you have the surround satellite speakers as well. The overall build and construction of this home theater is actually quite nice considering its price. It is plastic, but when you touch it, you know it's plastic, but it has this nice brushed finish on the top, which actually gives it a slightly premium feel. Now, there is a subwoofer as well, and all the connectivity options go at the back of the subwoofer. You have HDMI ARC, you have the 3.5mm aux input, and you have optical as well. On the front, you have a USB port to connect a USB drive and play your music. It does not have NFC, which is something we have seen on the Sony HT-R-T3, which is a slightly more expensive system from Sony. Similar kind of setup. So the connectivity options are fine. There is no HDMI pass-through, and honestly, at this price for this setup, you really don't expect it, but it would have been nice because if you will use ARC, you lose out on one HDMI port on your TV. Another thing to note is that this is a wired system, so each of the speakers, the center channel, the left and right, which is built into this one soundbar, has connectivity options at the back and the satellite speakers as well. Each of them is color coded, and you got to put that respective color coded cable at the back of the subwoofer, so it's easy for you to set up at home. Just remember that you will have to do some cable management. Now, we kept the satellite speakers about 6 to 8 feet away from the television, facing the center seating position, and we could do relatively good cable management, routed through the side of the wall, routed under a carpet. So the cables are ample long, something you really don't need to worry about. What you do need to worry about is the fact that if ever these cables get cut, it is going to be a problem because they are attached at the back of the speakers, and it is a proprietary connector at the other end. So you really can't replace the cables manually. You will have to reach out to Sony for that. So that's something to keep in mind. We're going to catch you in another video. It's goodbye for now.